comeuppance. He is the SOM heavyweight champion. He is champion by any means necessary, and he has a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He has a shot at EC3. Perhaps the only EC more important than me. As a fellow ECian, EC3 is one of the best. I have followed his career from the beginning. And there he is. He is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is a sight to behold.
Wow.
Look at the physique of that man and look at the 10 pounds of gold around his waist. That's what's on the line in this. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And our SOM champion, Draco, cocky, showing off that championship.
In all honesty, to be in this match, you need to be a little cocky.
Let's hear from Uncle Bob. From Bob, he is the over. Wait!
Oh! Draco starting with a cheap shot.
Draco just bounced the SOM
Calling for the bell.
Championship off the head of EC3. Draco
Oh, the cover!
He's gonna steal it. One.
Oh, EC3 able to kick out. Draco wanting this title bad.
Trying to steal the title. I have said before, Draco, he is going to try to steal this championship from EC3. He is champion by any means necessary. And Draco now not giving the NWA World Champion any leeway here.
I'll be honest, I didn't think Draco had a single prayer in this match, but he has come out swinging, he has come out hard, and he is going to put EC3 to the test tonight.
Well, I was with you. I didn't think Draco had a prayer, but I'll tell you what he doesn't have. He doesn't have any respect, especially for that man, a man who has earned respect, EC3. And now Draco has the NWA World Champion seated in the far corner. EC3 has been all around the world. He's been on the biggest stages. He's been under the brightest lights, and there's a reason he holds that 10 pounds of gold.
You know, and we have said for years that some of the best in the world wrestle here at SOM, and I think now Draco has proven that.
Well, Draco up across the neck of EC3. Out in front of the fans here at the Greene County Fair, this is the main event, and hanging EC3 up on that middle rope. Has until a 5 count to break it. EC3 needs to be careful here. Hard to do so, though, when you just got your clock clean by getting the title bounced right off your head. And EC3 now fist to the side of the head of Draco. The SOM champion has pissed off the wrong guy. Draco into the corner. EC3 got sidestep. Pele kick sends EC3 seated down into the corner here. Draco is in a phenomenal position to become the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion here in Greenville. Barely letting EC3 get to his feet. EC3 up to his knees again. There's a close fist to the top of the head. Draco drops the elbow across the heart. And another. This could
Go
be
for the
it
cover.
Right here. 1, 2, and a kick out from EC3. I have followed this man's career. I am so excited to be calling this match, but right now, I hate to say it, Draco, of all people, is in control of EC3. Grounded side headlock in on EC3. Draco trying to make the Overman pass out. He is called the Overman because he is over, man. And right now he is
the crowd getting behind EC3.
He is over with the fans here at the Greene County Fair. When I first got into wrestling 6 years ago, if you would have told me that this was going to happen, I never would have believed you. But now, Jawbreaker from EC3. Clothesline sends the SOM champion to the ground. Back elbow.
This is more what I expected from this match. I know Draco's a great competitor, but EC3 is just a freak of nature.
Well, there's a Luthez press, sends Draco to the ground. Draco, as EC3's been calling him. EC3 was not taking Draco seriously. Draco may earn his respect here, however, he may not as well, and he may be getting ready for the 1%er. Looks out, Draco gets out of that, got him a spine buster! There's a cover, 1, 2, and a kick out!
EC3 able to muster it together. Draco really is showing up, giving everything he has in his arsenal, trying to take out EC3.
Because of who Draco is, I hate to compliment him in any way, but he is showing up and he is showing out against EC3 tonight. EC3 needs to get his wits back about him. Draco's thinking about putting this away. EC3 trying to get back onto his feet. Draco could be setting up for that cutter. There it is. EC3 throws him right off. And I do believe... Oh, got him. Spinebuster on his own. EC3 is ready to put this one away. He's ready. He's ready to put Draco down, and he's ready to go back to Cleveland with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Here it comes. Oh, went for the 1%er again. Draco, cutter. He got him. He got him.
This could be Draco's moment. He's going for the cover.
He's in it. He's in it. Draco's going to be the new champion.
Oh.
EC3 kicks out. EC3 kicked out of Draco's cutter. Draco has given it everything he has, and EC3 has taken it. He's consumed it, and he has not stayed down. That's why he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Draco trying to get back up to his feet. EC3 not quite sure where he is. Draco could be thinking, it's time to put this away.
Well, EC3 not going to let that happen.
Big back body drop. And a cutter of his own. 1%er! Drops Draco on his head.
Rolls
it's
him on
over.
the
Count to 100. EC3 wins. Victorious here tonight at the Greene County Fair. He took everything that the SOM champion had to offer. He ate all of it. He still kicked out. Gave Draco a cutter of his own and 1%er. Put away the SOM champion. EC3 is still the NWA heavyweight champion, and I do believe we're going to hear from the champ himself. It's time for the main event. The NWA World's Heavyweight Championship is on the line. EC3 defends the title against RT3. It is main event time, Rob. I am ready for this.
This one's going to be one hell of a match. They are two phenomenal athletes that are going to go to absolute war tonight. And I'll be honest, I've watched RT3 a lot. I'm not sure he can beat EC3.
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you this, though. RT3, he is one of the top dogs here in SOM. As you hear the Chucky Dome lighting up for RT3. At the Greene County Fair, EC3 defeated SOM heavyweight champion Draco, a man that we know RT3 is waiting to get his hands on. However, how sweet it would be if RT3 could go into that match with Draco doing something that Draco couldn't do, and that being win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. RT3 is about to take on the Overman because he's over, man. Here he is. He is a sight to behold. He is world traveled. He is world renowned, and he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is EC3. EC3, he has been on the biggest stages. He has been under the brightest lights. And tonight, he takes on one of the toughest SOM has to offer. EC3 and the 10 pounds of gold. He looks ready for a fight. He looks ready to go. And he does not look concerned one bit. Rob, I think EC3 may be underestimating RT3.
And it's for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Wise, Virginia, weighing at 240 pounds, RT3. And now, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, weighing in 231 pounds, from his home base in Cleveland, Ohio, he is the Overman. Why? Because he's Overman EC3!
He is the only EC that I acknowledge greater than I. It is the battle of the threes. EC3. EC3 mocking the fans here at the Chucky Dome. But you know what? When you have been the places EC3 has been, when you have the accomplishments EC3 has, you earn that attitude. RT3 has the opportunity of a lifetime to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship right here at his home base in SOM. Referee Joe calls for the bell. This match is underway. NWA World Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
Men sizing each other up right now.
EC3 offering a handshake. And there it is. EC3 checking to see if RT3 is respectable. I will let you know he's way more respectful than Draco is. Collar and elbow tie-up from RT3 and EC3. Take a shot every time I say 3 tonight. And now, trying to overpower the other, breaks the tie-up. I hope. Well, you heard him there. EC3 saying he's got a 3 in his name. He must be good. I can assure you that he is. He is one of the best. Another collar and elbow tie-up. RT3 backing EC3 into the corner.
you're seeing what kind of power RT3 has right now, just being able to move EC3 into that corner.
This is going to be a much different match than the Greene County Fair because EC3 was contending against Draco, somebody who took a cheap shot before the bell even rang. RT3, he's respectful. He wants a true fight, as now you see EC3 reverse the momentum on RT3, puts him in the corner right here in front of us. And
now you see that emotion where both men want this title.
Here's the aggression. EC3 wisely making referee Joe back RT3 up. RT3's biggest weakness is letting his emotions get the best of him. I do worry that EC3 came into this underestimating RT3. Another collar and elbow tie-up. EC3 behind, waist lock. Going down, drops the legs and down. Grounded half Nelson. EC3 now trying to get a hold of the arm, reverse momentum. Now all the pressure on the shoulder, that left shoulder of RT3. RT3 back up to his feet now. And a side headlock from RT3. EC3's in the ropes. Referee Joe has to make sure that RT3 is not holding on. Back to square one. Again, like I said, much different beast than what EC3 dealt with at the Greene County Fair when he was taking on Draco. Side headlock in by RT3. For how big he is, RT3's got a lot of quickness about him.
Oh,
shoulder
RT3!
tackle that can send the NWA World Heavyweight Champion to the ground. EC3 here on the outside, trying to recoup. I worried that EC3 was not taking RT3 seriously. I don't think he properly planned for this, and it is possible that we could have a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion coming out of this match. The Overman getting back into the ring. RT3 is going to let that happen, I do assure you. And EC3 squaring up again. EC3 jaw-jacking with RT3. Now a side headlock, and here comes the aggression. Taking it to the ground. EC3 trying to cut off all the blood flow and circulation to the head and brain of RT3.
RT3 making his way back to his feet.
RT3 powers himself back up. And now, trying to break the grip of the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Side headlock of his own brings him down to the ground now. The Chucky Dope is behind RT3. For as world traveled, for as knowledgeable as EC3 is, the people here in Chucky, Tennessee want to see a new champion coming out of this match. EC3 is back up to his feet. RT3 holding on to the hold. Blow to the rib, shoots RT3 off, went for a hip toss. RT3 swings under, got him. Backslide, 1, 2, and a kick out from the Overman. And again, EC3 taking a breather, having to regroup here.
EC3 leaving the ring.
Well, I mean, not only, EC3 is smart. EC3 is smart. He cannot lose this title by a countout. So if he wanted to take off and leave, he could. RT3 would have a win in the books over him. However, EC3 would still be leaving with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. EC3 running his mouth, not only to RT3, to the fans here, and showing them what the ladies call the goods, that dastardly tongue. Now side headlock from RT3. And again, RT3, and I think he's starting to get under the skin of EC3. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, because you can tell EC3 getting a little bit frustrated because, RT3 is such a talented competitor. It's probably nothing like EC3's seen quite before.
Well, shoulder tackle sends RT3 to the ground. RT3 hits the ropes, up and over, or EC3, my bad, sorry, so many threes in this match. But now RT3, side headlock. RT3 hits the ropes now, up and over EC3. Went for the hip toss, and again, back behind. Shoulder tackle sends EC3 to the ground again. EC3 in the corner, feeling those shoulders to the midsection of RT3. RT3 shoots EC3 right here in front of us. RT3 went for the splash. EC3 sidesteps. The Overman in control. Momentum in his favor. And sends RT3 shoulder first into the turnbuckle post. This is important, Rob, because RT3 has that spear he can pull out of nowhere. If EC3 can target that arm and shoulder, it will weaken RT3's ability to completely throw that spear and win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. EC3, shoulder tackle, like I said, targeting that left arm and shoulder.
EC3 definitely has done his homework on RT3.
You can see in EC3's face, he is irritated with RT3. This is a much different EC3 than we saw at the Greene County Fair. What we saw there was a man who was fighting from behind after taking a title belt to the top of the head. Somebody who was fighting the dirty tactics. Now he is giving in to that aggression. RT3 was overpowering the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and now EC3 doing whatever he can to target the shoulder.
Chucky Dome coming alive, trying to wheel RT3 back up.
They want to see it. And again, EC3, those massive arms wrenching back on RT3's injured left. The Overman is, I would assume, wanting to wrap this up as quickly as possible. And again, twisting that arm up in the middle rope, kick to the rope. That adds a little bit of pressure as he comes off.
See, RT3 clearly in pain right now.
EC3 out here on the outside, right in front of our fans at the Chucky Dome. And dropping the arm on the hardest part of the ring apron there. EC3 giving a little shake of the goods to the toothless wonders in the front row here in Greene County. And the Overman is now becoming the Boogeyman, and maybe the Boogeyman for RT3's dreams of becoming NWA World Heavyweight Champion. RT3 passes out here. Referee Joe's going to have no option but to call off this match. RT3 trying to get that feeling back in his arm, trying to catch his breath. EC3 not allowing it in the slightest. And now pulling RT3 out, clubbing forearm across the chest. If he can cave in that sternum, if he can cave in the sternum of RT3, can't breathe, can't kick out. EC3 thinking about sending RT3 into the ring post and right out here in front of us.
And now RT3 down on the outside. I'm not sure he has enough to get back up at this point.
Well, EC3 knows he doesn't have to win this match by pinfall or submission. He can win by countout. EC3 can retain his championship by countout. He's ready for a fight if RT3 wants to get back up, but I do not know if RT3 is in a position to keep going. However, he has never been one to give up. RT3 back in the ring. EC3 wondering what is it going to take to put this guy away. I think I do know if he can hit that 1%er, that headlock driver, it'll put RT3 away for good.
But you also have to wonder if RT3 can find it within him to hit that spear. He might be able to put away. Whoa!
Chop across the chest. Good Lord, there's another one. Hit him so hard the tan went flying. And another one lights up EC3.
RT3 gaining some real momentum here.
Dropping down the left arm. Genius move by the Overman. Softening that up. If RT3 hits that spear, there is no way he's going to get all of it. EC3 is 3 seconds away from retaining the NWA World Heavyweight Championship over one of SOM's best. Slamming the left arm down to the mat, but wisely standing on the right to make sure that RT3 could not stop the momentum. EC3 could be looking to put this away. Modified chokehold using the leverage of the injured arm. Not only is the pressure on the head and neck of RT3, it is also on that injured left shoulder. Referee Joe making sure RT3 not giving up.
RT3 finding a way to get back to his feet.
Drops him down, sends the overman across the ring, ducks it.
Oh God, it's go!
Oh, cross body! Huge cross body, but the injured left arm preventing RT3 from going into the cover. EC3's shoulders have been on the mat for about 10 seconds. If RT3 would have immediately gone to the cover, we would have had a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
EC3 almost back to his feet. RT3 not far behind, but not quite there.
EC3 a different breed. RT3 caught him with the jawbreaker. EC3 making sure he's not spitting teeth. Another jawbreaker there. RT3 shoots him off. EC3 reverse momentum. Shoulder sends RT3 to the ground. EC3 hits the ropes up and over RT3. Clothesline. Back elbow. The overman is in a bad position. Samoan drop sends EC3 to the ground. But again, EC3 is taking so much out of RT3. RT3 can't immediately go into the cover. We may be one spear away from a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. EC3 trying to get his wits back about him. And wisely to the outside.
EC3 sitting on the apron, catching his breath. RT3 taking EC3 to the limit tonight.
RT3 was setting up for the spear and dropped down that left arm that EC3 has been targeting this entire match. Spine buster!
Go for the cover!
It's over!
Oh! I thought we had a new champ right there.
EC3 kicking out of the spine buster from RT3. RT3 firing up the Chucky Dome. EC3's up to his feet. Could be setting him up. Oh, got him in the side headlock. Up against the ropes. Shoots him off. EC3 reverses. Oh, dropped him back. And the momentum back in the favor of the overman. Much different atmosphere than the Greene County Fair. Greene County Fair behind EC3. Tonight, they want to see EC3 lay down and lose that 10 pounds of gold. EC3 thinking about putting this one away. RT3 needs to be careful. Getting up to his feet. Could be looking for the 1%er. Thought he had him. Drop kick. Drop kick to EC3. Both men are down. RT3
in the
I
corner.
do believe setting up for the spear. The overman.
Oh!
And EC3 threw RT3 into referee Joe. Went for the 1%er. RT3 got out of it.
Oh my God! He hit the spear! He hit the spear! It's gonna happen! It's gonna happen! He's gonna win it!
We've got a new champion! Count Joe!
1, 2, 3! We should have had a new champion!
RT3 had EC3 beat. The overman threw RT3 into Joe. Joe felt all of it. That's responsible for the slow count. EC3 saved his title 10 seconds before that spear even happened.
RT3 knows he had that one. He is going to go for it again.
The overman up in the corner, both men up before Joe. Throws RT3 into the corner, rolls him up. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! A valiant effort by RT3.
Here's your winner, and still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion,
EC3 ekes one out over RT3. Phenomenal showing from RT3. EC3, the Overman, is still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Was the luckiest SOB in the building right now.
I know you wish you kissed you.
But like I said, it is time for our second NWA World Heavyweight Championship match of the night. There he is. He got a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship last night on night one. The main event. It was EC3 and RT3. One-on-one. RT3 almost pulling out the victory over EC3.
I'm sorry, what's his name?
This is RT3. RT3 got a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship last night. EC3 said, if you want another shot, it's on my terms. It's in a Chucky street fight, and good Lord.
There we go. There we go.
I didn't even think about this. Street fight, no rules, anything can happen. AC Divine, Destiny Jackson. EC3 has friends in low places.
Very.
Before we embark on the Chucky street fight for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, I realized last night I may have made a mistake. I may have booked myself into a corner because RG3, I know you're nefarious, I know you're haphazardness, I know you're downright dirtiness. You are gonna cheat to try to beat me. He's gonna cheat to try to beat me. So fortunately, I found two like minds to watch my back. AC Divine, the Dazzler himself. So these gentlemen are going to make sure this match happens fairly and justly. Thank you very much, everybody.
And thank you, EC3, for gracing us with your presence.
It is an honor.
NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
It is an honor to have EC3 here and to call his matches. However, this is a much different EC3 than I am used to. Let's throw it up to Scotty B for our semi-main event.
This contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And it is a Chucky street fight. Introducing first the challenger, out of Wise, Virginia, weighing in at 241 pounds, RT3. And his opponent, he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, accompanied to the ring by Pure Temptation, weighing in at 231 pounds, from his home base in Cleveland, Ohio. He is the Overman. Why? Because he is over. Man, EC3.
Oh, and EC3 went for the title belt off the head. RT3 laying the shots into EC3. Lots of threes, lots of letters. There's a chop to EC3. We have a Chucky street fight underway. Another chop across the chest of EC3.
No way.
This is EC3's second NWA World title defense of the night.
There is no way EC3 is going to let himself be defeated by a man who calls himself RT3C3PO. There is no way.
Oh, now that's disrespectful.
No way.
EC3,
No
Greco-Roman rake to the eyes. Has RT3 trying to pinball his head off that top turnbuckle, and EC3 takes it instead. EC3 stunned on his feet and eating that turnbuckle as well. Huge chop sends the Tanner flying. EC3's chest being lit up by RT3. EC3 rolls out to the outside. Jackson and Divine.
EC3 is taking a breather. That's what champions do. He needs to take a breather. It's hot in this building. He needs to cool off.
It is very hot.
He goes back in there.
But RT3 out with EC3. Another chop. Scotty B might be in the way. Jackson and Divine both have chairs in their hands. EC3 feeling every little bit RT3's given to him. Reverse the momentum. Reverse again. Do-si-do! RT3's feet got out from under him, and RT3 head first into the far post. EC3 walking around like he ran into a thorn bush. And now EC3 tossing RT3 into the post right here in front of us.
That's right. That's right.
He is not only over, he is disrespectful.
Man.
And EC3 could be on his way to another title retention. RT3's head bouncing.
Of course he is.
RT3's head bouncing off the apron. Huge chop lighting up the chest of RT3. Look at Scott. Scott's feeling the pain that RT3's feeling just from watching him.
Of course, EC3 is a legend. He's a legend in this business. He knows what he's doing. That's why he's an NWA World Champion.
He is definitely a win by any means champion. Throwing RT3 into the corner. If he didn't think he could beat RT3, he would have left Jackson and Divine backstage.
You said if he didn't think?
If he didn't think he could beat RT3.
They're out here for positive reinforcement. That's what they're out here for.
Positive reinforcement. I have a feeling.
Positive reinforcement.
I've got a feeling positive reinforcement are simply the names of the chairs.
If you're in a situation where you want to accomplish something in your life, don't you have your friends stand by your side? That's what EC3 is doing.
So these guys are EC3's friends?
Yes, of course they are. Why is he wrong for having his friends by his side for a moment like this? This is history making. The NWA World Championship is on the line right now.
If they were such good friends, they'd have been out here for EC3's match earlier. They'd have been out here for EC3's match against RT3 last night.
I'm sure they had something to do.
I have a feeling that EC3 has Jackson and Divine on the payroll. And now EC3 stalking RT3. Elbow sends RT3 to the ground, stomping on the phalanges.
Yeah, he's stomping on those.
Those are fingers.
Yeah.
I know that they don't necessarily teach that all the way up there in Virginia, but nonetheless, now stomping on the lower digits.
Digits? That's what they call fingers here?
That was the toes. Those were the lower fingers, the ones that are on your feet. Those fingers, those are called toes.
They call those lower fingers here.
Sure, buddy.
Got it.
And
got it.
Now all the pressure is in on the shoulder. RT3's in a bad way. Softening up that shoulder. If he can soften it up, it will weaken the ability for RT3 to hit that spear. EC3 hoping
I'm gonna tell you this. RT G6 C3PO, he's not gonna hit that spear tonight. Guarantee you.
Well, RT3 now powering up. Elbows to the midsection of EC3. Backs him into the rope. Shoots EC3 off. EC3 hits. Kick to the midsection of RT3. Oh! Swinging neck breaker from the Overman.
Picture perfect.
And EC3
and he's
showing off instead of covering. He is the world champion. He is cocky. And he could have had this match won if he went for a cover.
He knows what he's doing. That's why he's the champion.
It could cost him later. Standing on the hand of RT3. And now stomping again on the fingers.
EC3 is showing him a lesson in respect. That's what he's doing.
RT3 is one of the most respectful guys around. EC3 is the one out here playing dirty. Stomp to the back of the head. And now stomping completely down the torso.
You said he stomped him in his head?
Yes, sir.
He should have had the back of his head open. He should have had it covered. That's his fault.
You are ridiculous. EC3.
That's his fault.
If you think any of this is RT3's fault, RT3 is putting up the fight of his life. He did it last night. He's doing it again tonight. Seated Cobra clutch locked in by EC3, who is not enjoying hearing RT3's name chanted through the Chucky Dome. Drops him down. EC3's feet get out from under him, but you know what? It was effective.
That's right. That's right. That's what a champion does. A champion is innovative. A champion is innovative.
Well, a champion will be willing to put up a fight without having to have backup out here. EC3. RT3's up on his knees. EC3 slams his face down into the mat. EC3 seems like he's got a point to prove. I'm struggling to find what that point is. Unless that point is, I don't think I can beat RT3. I'm going to make sure he never fights again.
What part of EC3 do you think that he's lacking confidence in?
I never said he was lacking confidence.
You just said he doesn't think he can beat him.
That's not a lack of self-confidence. That is a lack of faith in your ability to beat a brick you-know-what house like RT3. And RT3 pops right up! Popping right up! EC3 doesn't know what to make of that. There's a right hook to the jaw. There's another one. RT3 fired up. Yeah, clothesline grounds the NWA World Champion.
No way.
Back elbow to the Overman.
No way.
Samoan drop from RT3.
No.
EC3 in a bad way here. He could lose the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
No, he cannot.
Flying splash from RT3. Got EC3 up. Sidewalk slam.
All right. No, clearly, that was a fumble. He slipped. He slipped and fell into his arms, and that's when he went down. He slipped.
Nope, there is no way. EC3 with that Dunkin' Donuts look in his eyes. They're glazed over. RT3 was going for the spear, caught himself. EC3 rolls him up.
Put the weight on him.
1, 2, kick
Put
out.
the weight on him.
Spine buster!
No way. No way.
1, 2, da!
No way. That was a close call. That was a close call.
RT3 almost had him put away.
That was a close call. But see, that's what happens when you're a champion. You stay on your toes. You stay on your toes.
Well, RT3, he needs to think about hitting that spear. Finally putting down EC3.
He will
winning.
not hit that. He will not hit that spear tonight. Look.
Well, RT3 comes down with a double axe on the EC3. Make sure not to turn his back on Jackson and Divine. RT3 into the ropes. Oh! Yeah, that's respectful. EC3 now with a draping DDT after a punt kick, sending the rope into the nether regions. Oh, I thought he had him! RT3 kicked out! RT3 is taking everything from EC3. EC3 unable to get the job done just yet.
Don't lose focus, EC3. Do not lose focus.
And now the Overman.
You are the champion.
The Overman may become the chairman. Dropping.
Isn't somebody else known as that?
Well, I don't know. But right now, throwing spears of that chair into the chest of RT3.
That's what happened. See, and that's his fault, because that's just what happens when you want a street fight. You get a street fight, and you get the fight brought to you.
RT3 wanted the rematch. EC3 wanted the street fight. EC3's the one who knew he couldn't beat RT3 without the stipulation. RT3 up to his hands and knees. The Overman thinking of putting this away. He's saying bye-bye. Swing and a miss.
Wait a minute.
Spear! Spear!
No!
Spear!
No!
Spear!
No!
Him!
No!
RT3 got the spear! RT3's there!
Not
We've got a
here.
new NWA champion!
Chucky!
2!
Chucky.
No!
Yes!
I told you!
Yes!
EC3 could not have kicked out of that. He had to have weasels like Jackson and Divine.
That is a positive reinforcement that a champion needs right there. And
Ducks under, double clothesline. RT3 had the match won. Dropping Jackson, dropping Divine. And EC3.
no way.
No, he's got the tights. Good God.
That's it. And that's it.
And now EC3, Jackson and Divine. A triple team on RT3. Respectful champion, my ass. There's Blade Gibson. Blade Gibson's in the ring. Divine goes out.
No way.
Look out, ball. Step up into Gary.
Where did he come from?
Got him hooked. Spotlight.
No way.
Spear. And now, spotlight to Divine. Spear. EC3 steals a victory.
EC3, get the hell out of
Ladies and
Dodge.
gentlemen, the winner of the match and still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, EC3.
RT3 had the match won. If not for EC3's
Give it up
goons.
for RT3 and Blade Gibson.
Both men phenomenal showings against EC3 here tonight. Both men fantastic efforts. One of which, that one right there, RT3 had the match won. RT3 was about to become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and EC3, by any means necessary, retaining the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Lot of respect on the name of RT3 tonight.
For the NWA World Heavyweight Championship next. So let's bring the three on out.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. EC3, he is going to defend the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against one of the next three men. Here are two of them.
That's, wait, I know who they are. That's AC Divine.
AC Divine.
And Jimmy
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
This is Dynamite Jackson
Right?
and AC
Dynamite
Divine.
Jackson.
Dynamite Jimmy Jackson. Love it.
So guys, we talked to you a little bit earlier when you three were chosen. We're each going to give you 30 seconds or so to convince the audience that you are the one to go up against EC3. Standing right here, Dynamite Jackson, I'm going to let you start us off.
Ladies and women, you are looking at greatness. Pretty boy AC Divine, the dazzling Dynamite Jackson, we should be facing EC3 though. Listen here, we are three-time American Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, current Extreme Shock Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and the Tag Team Champions of your mama's bedroom, alright? Oh yeah, this is a new generation, a selfless generation, and we're the leader of that generation right now.
All right, so that was Dynamite Jackson. Now you guys are tag team partners.
So hopefully, I mean, if one of you gets picked over the other, I'm just saying, AC Divine, tell me without trying to sleep with my mom.
Scott, there's no promises. I can't promise you anything because I don't need 30 seconds. These people see both of us and they see greatness. You guys are looking at greatness. Doesn't matter what you think. What matters is that we deserve an opportunity here tonight because we scratched and clawed our way to get here. And I believe there's only one place we want to go, and that's to see your mom.
Well, there's two things. Number one, having been at the seminar, you guys are correct. You're phenomenal. You are great athletes, and what a sight in the ring. Second, my mama gonna whoop your ass. Next, just don't get started. I'll whoop your ass. Good luck. The third competitor is Blade Gibson. Now, Blade, before I let you speak, Blade, you were there, obviously. There was 50 of us sweating all day long. These guys are top-notch and they're tough. So what are you going to tell the audience to have them pick you?
You guys have been with me on this journey. You guys know what I've been through to get to this point. I'm a two-time hybrid champion, a one-time East Tennessee tag team champion. And the reason why I deserve a shot at the NWA champion is because unlike everybody else in that locker room, I got the fight that nobody else has. I got the dedication that nobody else has. I got the determination that nobody else has. And more importantly, this is very personal. I'm going to share a story with you all. In 2018, I lost my dad. And I had to sit there looking at him in his casket, lifeless. And I made two promises to him. One being that I would become a champion in any company I step foot into. That's marked off the list. I've achieved that. And I can say I have finally made him proud in that aspect. But the second promise was that I would become any champion in any big promotion, that I would make it. And I have an opportunity right here, right now, for the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fulfill my promise to my dad and make sure I walk out your new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I tell you, I watched them all this afternoon for a good 6 hours. All of these choices, man, what a match. So we're going to kind of do it by your cheers. So first up, it's audience choice. Those were EC3's rules. So, Dynamite Jackson. All right, what about AC Divine? Or Blade Gibson. Well, you heard it, guys. Blade to the ring.
Well, the SOM Hybrid Champion is going to be getting a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Champion right now.
Hey, guys, while he's coming out, your mama's in the back waiting.
That, of course, being the Overman, EC3, and it looks like EC3 not too happy that Dynamite Jackson or AC Divine were not chosen for this NWA World Heavyweight Championship match.
Well, first of all, this is the first history's being made tonight, correct? Like, this is the first time the NWA Championship is being defended in School of Morton.
Last night, EC3 defended against RT3.
So this is the second time.
This is the second time
The
here in 2
second time,
days,
and then
yes.
later tonight will be the third time.
It will be when RT3 gets his
Ladies and
rematch.
gentlemen, the following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Mountain City, Tennessee, weighing 125 pounds. He is the face of perfection, Blade Gibson. And his opponent, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the Overman. And why? Because he's over, man. From his home base in Cleveland, Ohio, EC3!
The beautiful 10 pounds of gold. And actually, Duran, I found out it's actually 10 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yeah.
Really interesting fact there. And it looks like Blade Gibson, he's got fire. He is ready to fight. We could see a new NWA World Champion. The winner of this will defend against RT3 later tonight.
This could be a very history-making night.
I
I got a little, I do have a little tidbit for you. So, I've had the opportunity of actually holding that championship in my hands, and I had told myself that one day I might want to get my hands on it.
Well, maybe one day you'll have that opportunity. Duran the Artiste, especially if EC3 wants to keep giving younger talent opportunities. Now, this is the thing about EC3. While he will give opportunities like this, he will not take it easy on people, and that includes Blade Gibson. Gibson has been told for the longest time that he is too small to succeed. Blade hoping to prove that wrong as EC3 backs Blade Gibson into the corner. EC3 toying with his food.
Literally. EC3 is a predator right now. I don't think that Blade really knows what he walked into.
Well, EC3 pie facing. Blade Gibson throws a punch. Blade catches it. Side headlock by Blade Gibson.
Wow.
EC3 trying to break the hold.
He better hold on for dear life.
Well, he's up and over. Turn around. Drop kick. Overman still on his feet. Another drop kick to EC3. And now, trying to whip the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Reverse the momentum. Blade off the rope. Slides under. Clothesline. EC3 still on his feet. There's another one. EC3 still up. Hits the rope.
Wow.
Clothesline sends Blade Gibson to the ground.
Oh my God. I think that might have rung his bell a little bit.
Well, EC3 in firm control here. Pinballing Blade Gibson around the ring, corner to corner, post to post. And Blade Gibson, huge hammer throw. EC3 on track to his first title retention of the night.
That's it. This is what happens when you step into the den with a lion. Look at EC3 toying with his prey with that huge chop to the chest.
Well, you compared him to a lion, and with a chop like that, it's going to turn Blade Gibson's chest into hamburger meat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and another one. God, they can hear that 2 counties over.
Literally.
Blade Gibson trying to catch his breath. And a chop of his own to EC3. There's another one.
Wow.
And again, riding him up, backs him up against the ropes.
Blade.
EC3 reverse momentum. Back elbow sends Blade Gibson to the ground. EC3 slowing this match pace down.
This.
Huge body slam. Tossing Blade Gibson to the mat.
This is what a predator does. He waits. He plays with his food before he finally goes for the kill. That is exactly what EC3 is doing right now.
He's wanting.
This is why he's the NWA World Champion.
Well, another huge slam, and he is wanting to prove to Blade Gibson that he is not someone to be messed with. He was taken to his limit last night against RT3, and now EC3 getting him up for another slam. Blade slips back. There's a chop. EC3 backed up against the ropes. And another one. EC3 in the corner here. Running clothesline. Huge chop in the corner and a foot.
Wow.
A foot. That is a foot in a boot.
A literal foot. A foot to the chest.
To the chest.
A foot.
Grounds Blade Gibson.
To the chest. And now a foot to the head.
EC3 hoping he can put him away here. No, he's not done yet. He is the overman because he is overman. And now,
well, he's about to make Blade submit, man.
He has the hybrid champion in a kneeling camel clutch. Blade Gibson manages to get up to his feet. And EC3 brings him right back down. Grounded side headlock. Blade Gibson.
As a lion should. As a lion should.
Blade Gibson, great ring awareness. Managing to get his foot on the ropes. And EC3 again. Grounded side headlock. Blade Gibson is a mile from the ropes.
Look at the pain that he is putting on Blade.
Not just the pain in Blade's face. Look at the way EC3's muscles form around Blade's head. And a jawbreaker. EC3 eats that one to the chin.
You don't stun a lion like that.
EC3 got him hooked. Up and over goes Blade Gibson. Enziguri to the back of the head. Blade Gibson, clothesline, EC3 stumbles, Blade hits the ropes, another clothesline, EC3 still on his feet. Blade Gibson off the ropes, ducks a clothesline, springboard, clothesline, grounds the champion.
And he's taking, and a Sling Blade takes down a lion, oh my God.
Sling Blade, that lion is in a bad position as the lion hunter, Blade Gibson running clothesline to the corner, kick to the head, EC3 stumbles. On the second rope he goes, cross body. 1, 2, and a kick out by the NWA World Champion.
Clearly wasn't enough. Clearly wasn't enough.
And that spotlight! Spotlight! That could be it if Blade Gibson can get the cover. The Spotlight Bulldog. 1, 2, and a kick out. Blade Gibson almost won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Almost won. Almost. You're going to have to work a little bit harder than that if you want to be a champion.
Well, he may be looking to put him away with the perfect shot. Up and over, Drew. No, EC3 out of the way. Got him up, spine buster. I believe the Lion is about to finally finish off Blade Gibson. 1%er drops Blade on his head. And I think you can count to
a lion should. Done.
Here's your winner, and still the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, EC3.
EC3 still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And later tonight, EC3 will defend that championship in a Chucky street fight against RT3. Not for lack of trying, Blade Gibson. EC3, I heard tonight you're defending the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and you have a special announcement about that right now.
Yes, this should be the main event. Cassie Page should be opening the show, but fortunately, tomorrow I have to make my Fox News debut on Greg Gutfeld's show. So after this match, I'm hopping on an airplane to the big city, if y'all know, Jack, Tennessee, New York City, to make my cable television debut. What you may or may not know is that for 3 days here at School of Morton, there's been an EC3 seminar, a practice where I take young, aspiring talent and I mold them into greatness. I teach them everything matters, but enough for them to make their way into this industry to become stars, to become true, bona fide superstars. Dare I say even champions. And in this EC3 seminar, there were some 5-tool athletes, some super class, excellent competitors. There were some full-blown psychopaths. There was 2 guys serving 5 years. You can't believe they broke out of channel to come to my seminar and learn how to wrestle, but I had the opportunity to open this NWA World Heavyweight title match to one participant for my seminar. So I chose the biggest, the toughest, the most qualified, and the most talented competitor School of Morton has. Now when I go to that ring, I want you to give him the proper introduction he deserves. Because we're about to have a world title fight.
Well, without any further ado, please welcome EC3's opponent for this evening.
This match is set for one fall, and it is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first to my left, this is And introducing to my right, he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is also the Overman. Why? Because he's over, man. He is EC3.
Rob, do not adjust your television sets. Tank is getting a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, handpicked by EC3 himself. Speaking of ECs, EC Dangerously here on commentary. J. Robert Metcalf by my side. Rob, how excited are you to see Tank get this opportunity?
I am so excited. He had a great showing at the Tag Team Invitational, and it's going to be a great match, I got to feel, because Tank is a big, hard-fighting guy.
Well, EC3 wanted the biggest. He wanted the best. And no doubt, Tank is on his way to that. EC3 offers the handshake. Tank asking if he should take it. There's the handshake. Show of respect. EC3. Little dance there, but I do worry that EC3 is not going to take Tank seriously. Collar and elbow tie up from EC3 on to Tank. EC3 powering the big man. Back into the corner now. Referee Joe needs to get him out. Got till a 5 count to break.
You can see the smile on EC3's face. He is absolutely loving this.
I do worry that Tank does not understand that EC3 is mocking him right now. EC3 has not made any new fans here at the Chucky Dome. There's another collar and elbow tie up. Go behind. Looking for a waistlock. Now into a side headlock. Spinning around. Hammer lock from the NWA World Champion. Reaches over the leg. Sweeps the legs into the... Oh, thought he was going into the cover. Now grounded side headlock. Dusting the top off of Tank. EC3 giving another hand to Big Tank. What is it going to take for Tank? What can you imagine that the world would turn upside down if Tank won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship tonight?
I mean, it absolutely would, but I mean, it's just a testament to how much Tank's been able to accomplish that he's even able to get this shot.
EC3 went for the waistlock. Tank with a waistlock of his own. EC3 back up and around. It's not often you see those massive arms of EC3 be unable to reach completely around the torso of somebody. But now Tank, what on earth? Picked him up, dropped him down, wrestling mat slam. EC3 taking a breather.
And I think EC3 a little taken back by just the pure power of Tank right there. Tank getting fired up, the Chucky don't get behind Tank.
Tank has earned his name. He has earned his name. When you were in there, you might as well be wrestling an actual physical Tank. EC3 back in the ring, pie face to Tank, the disrespect of one half of Puzzle Express. Tank saying, what was that for? Well, I'll tell you what, it's because EC3 thinks he's better than you. I have a feeling that EC3 chose Tank in hopes that this was going to be an easy night and he can head on to Gutfeld's show as quick as he can.
I'll be honest, I really think EC3 should be careful agitating Tank so hard, because if you get this man fired up, he has the strength to win this one.
Absolutely does. Off the ropes goes EC3, tried to shoulder tackle Tank.
Whoa!
Tank staying on his feet. EC3 gonna try it again. Hits the ropes, and Tank barely budges.
Tank absolutely standing his ground in this. It's actually quite impressive to me.
Duck the clothesline from EC3. Shoulder tackle. NWA World Champion down. There's another.
Tank is on a roll.
Backing EC3 up. And now kick to the midsection from Tank. Could be looking for something big here. Tank hits the ropes. Belly bump. The belly bump turns the NWA World Champion all the way around. Tank into the corner. Sidestep by EC3. And now pinballing Tank's head off the top turnbuckle. There's another. And again. Went for 3 of the 4 corners. Shoots Tank right here in front of us. Tank's up, Tank's down.
Tank in a little bit of pain now, and after taking that beating from EC3, I do believe I would be too.
And now EC3, the overman, putting Tank over the bottom rope and choking him out with it. EC3 rolling to the outside. Shot to the top of the dome. The overman thinking about putting this one away. Referee Joe only up to a count of 1. EC3's got till a 10 count to get back in there. Clubbing blow across the chest. And again, lighting Tank up. This is that aggression we've seen the past few days out of EC3. And now Tank draped on the apron. Tank's chin bouncing right off the hardest part of the ring.
Tank in a bad way now.
That is the understatement of the year as the overman drops the hips across the shoulder. EC3 taking a look across the Chucky Dome, maybe on the way to taking that NWA World title to New York with him. Mocking the crowd here at the Chucky Dome, trying to get that Tank chant started again. And lighting up the chest of Tank. You can see the pain in his eyes, and again, those massive hands of EC3. Lighting up the chest. Tank ducked it. There's a southpaw and a chop. Chop again from Tank. Kick to the knee. Kick to the top of the head. Tank falls. Normally it's how the mighty have fallen, but how the Tank has fallen is not something we're used to saying. EC3 got to be thinking about putting this one away. And now stomp to the left leg of Big Tank. Stomp to the right. If you can keep the big man down, that's the best place for him. Targeting all of the limbs of Tank.
And I think EC3's finally realized how serious he was going to have to take this match. It's like he flipped a switch and just started running away with this one.
Well, there's that boot to the side of the jaw of Tank. Tank with that Dunkin' Donuts look in his eyes. They're glazed over. Not sure where he is. The Chucky Dome in amazement at the chiseled body and stature of EC3. They'll need a mop in here when we're done. EC3 with a form of a seated chin lock. Some may know it as a camel clutch. Arms just aren't wrapped. There was the hip attack across the back of Tank. EC3 was hoping for an easy night, but he really did choose the biggest. He definitely chose one of the baddest. He chose one of the brightest young stars here at SOM. He chose Tank. Again, that modified camel clutch from the Overman. Tank may be starting to fade here. Trying to keep those legs kicking. Tank crawls up to his knees. Tank up to his feet. EC3 trying to bring him back down. Tank broke the grip! Tank broke the grip of EC3! EC3 down! Back up now. Tank with the head. Look out, I think Tank may have some more. There's a shot to the head. EC3 still on his feet, catches the punch. And lighten him up again. Southpaws to the jaw, wind it up, Tanky! There's the elbow. Tank could leave here with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Takes him down.
And I do believe that Tank is starting to believe in himself. I believe he can feel this title in his hands. I think he really believes that he's going to do this.
Well, EC3 just felt the bulldog. 1, 2, out.
I really thought we were about to have a new champion right there.
Greg Gutfeld needs to be careful. EC3 may show up without that title if Tank can keep the momentum here. Oh, kick to Tank. Tank was going for the discus. EC3 caught him up. Oh, went for the 1%er. Discus form. Tank's got him hooked. No way.
Oh, my God.
1%er. Tank's
gonna do it. Tank's gonna do it.
1, 2, 5. Tank hit the 1%er. EC3's own finishing maneuver on EC3. Great ring awareness. Kept the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship in his grasp for just a moment.
And the Chucky Dome going absolutely electric right now.
Oh, and a knee to the jaw of Tank. EC3's going to show him how it's done. 1%er. And I do believe Gutfeld's got a champion tomorrow.
Here's your winner, and still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the Overman EC3.
We have seen some great championship matches. RT3, Draco, Blade Gibson, and now Tank. Tank, what a showing against EC3, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. More revolutions coming your way.